Okay, so at the point of the last video, um, I was basically going to demonstrate this working, the delete feature. So let us try by let me just demonstrate this whenever my server decides to respond. So let's add this to the cart. I may have added it twice, so a couple of times. Okay, so let me now try deleting. Yeah, it's fine. It's deleted and it's given us the cart empty for the empty template, and the total price is 0. This is what we want. Okay, so now we're ready to start writing the methods for editing and delete. Just to demonstrate here, I'm going to stop debugging. Oh, stop debugging. In the cart, if you want to define, why is it being so slow? Let's view the HTML for the cart page. Okay, here I've defined an empty data template, and I've really just put in the words cart empty. I could have made it a little heading, or I could have made it stand out. In fact, I'm just going to make this italic, and empty. So to define, if you want any text display, if cart is empty, you can put the HTML code in there. So I've just said cart is empty. Nothing fancy there. Now we're going to go into the code behind method, and we've already done the row deleting. We're now going to go to the row editing. Now this is very simple. We don't need much in here, just one line of code. Grid view cart, dot edit index is equal to e dot new edit index. All this does is it sets the row that you want to update. So that's everything. The next thing, this is basically going to load the edit template. Next method that we want to look at now is the row updating method, which is just beneath it. Now, with row updating, we need to again get the cart from the session. So I'm going to define a data table and call it updatable cart, or cart. I'm just going to call it update. And I'm going to get it from the session. So data table and get it from the session in the usual manner. And I'm also going to define the total price. So T price, I'm just going to call it this time, and this is going to be equal to total price. Now what we want to get is basically we want to get the quantity that was entered into the new quantity that was entered into the text box. So basically I'm going to now define a text box. So text box, and I'm going to call it I'm just going to call it text box quantity. Now this is just a variable, this is not what you call your text box on the page. And this is going to be equal to, we need to cast it as a text box. Then we're going to get it from the grid view. So again, whatever you called your grid view, I've got mine correct. So, and the current row is going to be whatever was passed through in the parameter, so the update event argument, so it's going to be e.row index. Now that should have been a square bracket. Now, this is where we need to look at our grid view and count to see which cell the quantity was in. So let's look. So first, second, third, fourth. It's going to be in the fourth cell. So the quantity is going to be in the fourth cell. It's going to be in the first control, the second control of the fourth box. So type controls 1. I'm going to put a breakpoint in here just to check this works correctly, because it's possible I might have made an error. So there we're going to get the text box containing the quantity. Now I'm going to define a row, grid view row, and just call it row update is equal to grid view cart dot rows. Again, we pass it in the index. And we can now we're going to basically find out what the quantity was. So we can do this by specifying an integer value for the new quantity. So I'm just going to call it new quantity, and this is equal to convert to int32 the value of text box quantity. So there we have a new quantity. So firstly, I'm going to check if that quantity is 0. So we're updating the quantity to 0. We essentially want to delete the entire row. So I'm going to say, let's just test for this first of all. If new quantity is equal to equals tests for equality rather than one equal, which is used for assignment. So if that's the case, then we're actually going to remove the entire row. So I called the cart to be updated, cart update dot rows dot remove at, and then we're going to pass it in the current row index. And then we're going to accept changes, just updates the cart. And then basically we are going to put the new cart in the session object. So session cart equal to otherwise we are going to update the current row in the cart. So cart update rows, pass it through the row index again, which is the row index, and access the quantity field, which was quantity, and we're going to set this equal to